So, what are the things that I need to consider when building a rig to make sure that I don't have to drill a bunch of holes or I did something wrong? And so I'm going to talk about 5 different things that when building this rig, some things to think about as we are setting up to make sure that we have everything placed where we need to be placed at. And the first thing is placement, right? We want to make sure that we put these things on a puzzle so that way we've already had to take some things off because we thought we had to push it forward, and you know we measured it and it measured perfectly good, but when you start putting it in there it didn't work very good. And so with this, we moved this motor here. We would have been further forward. That allowed us to put the battery there. If we didn't do that, the battery wouldn't have fit there. So these are the things that we want to make sure that we're placement. We always place the reels on the right hand side. Unless you're doing a commercial rig, you may come off of the back side. But if you're doing a residential rig, you really want to come off of the side here to make sure that if somebody comes and hits you, you're not standing here with hoses. You don't have to sit here and pull it this way, your hose. This way just makes life a lot easier by having the placement of putting the reels on this side. We are going to get another shelf. It hasn't came here yet. This gas pump is going to go over here. So this rig is going to have a 10 gallon a minute pressure washer. It's also going to have a 10 gallon a minute roof pump on here. So another thing with placement is number 2 is your weight, right? It's going to have 100 gallons of water and 100 gallons of sodium hypochlorite, or SH. And so we know that SH is very corrosive, right? And it's very heavy. It weighs 10 pounds per gallon. So that's going to be 1,000 pounds for the SH and 100 gallons for, or 100 pounds for the water. And so we also know that that's going to be 1,800 pounds of weight. So we need to make sure that that is over the wheels and not somewhere where we don't want to be at. So this is an important thing of where do we put the water at. We want to put the water and the bleach on the wheels or just above it. So this one here is so if you're on a trailer, you want to also put it on there. Somebody I know, we had a trailer rig and there was a box and a battery box and they put it on the back. Well, that just put enough weight on the back of it, which made that tongue sit there and do that. And so we were all over the road. We had to go put some water into one tank to be able to get enough weight up front to keep that from happening. So again, you got to make sure that you have your weight distribution. If you got a lot of weight on one side of the truck or the other, we want to. So that's why we're putting the hose reels over here and the 8 gallon a minute pump over here. Another reason why we're putting the 8 gallon a minute pump over here is because this is a lot of dead space here. So right here, you got a lot of dead space. And so we want to just put that dead space up there with that. The next thing is operation. Can you operate the pump? Can you operate the hose reels? Can you operate the thing? So, you know, this here on this truck is going to actually go on a flatbed. This is going to actually go on a flatbed. And you might say, well, why are you putting a skid on a flatbed? Well, the reason why we're putting a skid on the flatbed is DJ actually does snow removal in the wintertime. And it's just a pain to try to pull everything off and put it back on in the spring. This way we'll be able to just put this off, put it back on, and you're up and running really quick. And so we are probably going to put this on the side down here, so you'll be able to reach underneath. But we're also making it because he does own a Ford, and I know my Ford guys are going to hit on me, but he does own a Ford, and we know that's fix or repair daily. And so we want to make sure that we get that put on there. So he's shaking his head. So we want to make sure that the operation is good. Number 4, the number 4 thing that you want to do is can you work on it? You know, a lot of times we can put a lot of stuff in there, and working on this can be a total pain in the butt. I mean, it can, you know, if you can't get in there, you got all these hoses, You can't get in there. Another thing with this is you want to make sure your exhaust is not burning something else up. You want to make sure your exhaust is not hitting on that tank, because those are all issues that we can have and cause us issues and problems. In case I need to go up. Then last, does our plumbing able to go to where we need to go at, right? Because we're going to have plumbing that comes from this gas pump all the way over here. There's a lot of plumbing that comes out of here. There's plumbing that goes in the water tank. There's plumbing that goes into there. There's plumbing that comes all the way over here. So do we have it plumbed, and do we have it where our electric can get to our 12 volt of everything? So these are all things when building a rig that you got to consider to make sure that you're doing it. And we have, DJ and I have probably built 20, 25 rigs already in my career, maybe even more than that. And we still put it up on there, move it, think about it, talk about it, because we've built enough rigs that we've learned that that was dumb. Why did we do that? Why did we put it in there, right, DJ? So these are things of making sure, even where our hose reels are, right? The reason why we put the soft wash on the back, the reason why we put the pressure wash on the front. The soft wash is something that we use more. The pressure wash hose we use less. And so this is back here by the stuff, so we're going to use this stuff a lot easier. This is more likely to leak, so we don't want that there, or whatever things that you got to think about. You know, consider if you got a leak on here, is it going to get in all this electric and different things? Is it going to get on our boat? Here, if we put this up here, is this going to spray on everything if we have a problem? Because here's the thing, whether you build a rig, you pay somebody to build a rig, things are going to leak. Things are going to happen. You got to remember, as this thing's running down the road, it's sitting there bumping and moving, and guess what? Things are going to leak, things are going to go wrong, and so that's why you got to be able to work on it. That's why you got to make sure that you're able to do it. We were out on a big job, and it poked a hole. You got a hole in it, and it was spraying bleach everywhere, and so we had to fix it to be able to make it happen. So just some things to think about. Again, I'm here to help you grow your business. I want you to not spend a bunch of money on something and then it's not very easy worker friendly. So that's why I make these videos for you. I will be having a whole series of videos all about this rig right here. So you can go check it out right up here, and you'll be able to find all the videos. So if you have any questions about how I did something, any questions about what needs to be done, where something different, put me down in the comments. I would like to know what kind of rig you have, or what kind of rig are you going to be building in 2025. I can't wait to hear it, to see it. Again, I'm Jason Guyman with King of Pressure Wash. I'm here to help you grow your business so that you can have time freedom and you can have financial freedom. See you in my next video.